I don't know if I should have done it, but I did it. I tried to reach out to AR Rap while he's locked up right now behind the bars. I said, AR Rap, do you want to do an interview with me? You know what he said? He said no. Because I want to ask him some questions. I want to ask him some questions I really did about the type of things he was talking about. I really did.
We came for the ops, but he was just up there. He just came from prison. He didn't know what was going on. So he was a casualty. All praise due to Allah. We didn't hit him. The only reason why he's alive because I had a nigga with me that was scared. And he froze. He gave up our position. We creeping up on the side of the car. He said, "Oh."
That's the type of things I want to ask Ab right there, AR Rap. Like, AR Rap, I'm just wondering, was that a made-up story? Was it the truth? I believe everything you're saying, but I have to admit it was a crazy story, though. AR Rap, do you feel like you should be where you are right now because how you was living your life? Those are the type of questions I want to ask him, but he said he won't interview you. That's what he said.
They seen us, and they didn't see us, but he didn't want to go. And that alerted them on the corner, so we couldn't get all the way up on us, so we had to shoot from like a little distance. But long story short, I lived this life. They haven't. I've done this shit. I lived this life. I quit that life and trying to focus on music. Several times people try to bring me back in that life. I don't want to go in that life, man. I just want the credit, though.
And I said, these are the type of questions I want to ask him, but AR Rap, I said he said, no, I'm not interested in doing any interview right now, not just you, anybody at all. Imagine that. But either way, I'm still going to try to get an interview. I'm going to try to ask AR Rap, does he feel justified to where he is right now? Does he feel like he needs to be there? Don't forget that he said he was living that life as a criminal. And don't forget, criminals belong in jail. Imagine that. Imagine wanting to be a criminal and be free at the same time. What kind of criminal would you really be?
Trying to credit me for turning my life around. Credit me for people emulating and imitating my slang and my words and my style. Credit me for not bullying y'all suckers. I really could be a whole bully with every nigga in the city, every rap, whoever. I bully all of them, and none of them can't stand it with me, but I don't.
Okay.
I come in there with a smile and open arms.
Okay. Welcome back to the channel. I never forget one time I was watching $1 million worth of game and Lil Durk was on the $1 million worth of game. I'm like, Lil Durk, he's the man. He was the man. He was making millions of dollars. Imagine that. Imagine making millions of dollars and going on a podcast called $1 million worth of game. But yeah, but I'll never forget when Lil Durk he said this. I was like, wow, that's crazy if you think about it though.
Duty Low.
That's right. That's right. He better say it, them niggas.
Booger 600. I listen to all the guys before I listen to anybody.
But when you ain't listening to the guys.
My top 5, like in the game,
yeah.
I listen to right now. I'm gonna get Lil Baby. Here we go.
Okay.
Gotta say Future.
Okay.
Future. Yeah.
Pluto.
Okay.
Gun and Thug, all them come in one package.
Okay.
YSL.
Okay. Talking now.
Well, Pooh Shiesty.
Okay.
Free Pooh, man.
He free now?
Pooh Shiesty for sure.
Pooh free now?
Okay.
What's happening?
I ain't nothing happening.
What's your top 5 right now? That fell
Okay.
off.
That fell off.
A lot of niggas fell off, man.
I ain't do all that. I tried to get out of it. Y'all, yeah, what's your top 5 that fell off, nigga?
That's the part right there fell off. Unfortunately, Lil Durk, I think he's on that fell off list. Imagine that. Imagine going on that fell off list. They say he fell off in the worst way. They say he fell off in the Feds way. Imagine falling off in the Feds way. So it's fair to say Lil Durk, he's on that list right there. He's on that list right there of rappers that fell off. I'm just assuming so. Imagine that. I could be wrong. Could Lil Durk still be one of the top 10 rappers while he locked up? If he gets that 30 years, imagine that. It could happen. Happened to Vice Cartel down in Jamaica. He was locked up for so long, but he was a popular artist. More than the other artists that wasn't locked up. Imagine that. But are the situations the same? I don't know. Either way, they said they're trying to turn Lil Durk's lights off, so most likely it's not the same. Imagine that. Imagine trying to turn your lights off. It's not the same.
There's some things in my past. Wish, I can turn back there in the time, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? It just caught up to me, so it is what it is, man. We just gonna keep pushing, man.
Here we go. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe button. Here we have another crazy story. ARAB. ARAB is one of those individuals. He could talk a good game, paint a good picture, real good storyteller. But was he a violent person though? I don't believe so. The reason I said that because, well, hear what this person saying. I'll tell you what I think in a second.
When did you get out of jail in 2015, if you remember? I don't remember. Did there come a time when you sought out Abdul West for any particular reason? Around 2015 to 2016? His name was ringing in the city, Just his music was, doing good, and, he was the man to be around. The man to be around?
Abdul West, a.k.a. ARAB. He was a man to be around. They said ARAB had the ability to bring everybody around. Don't forget, he could talk a good game. They said he had the gift of blabber. Is that the truth? I don't know. But it's fair to say ARAB, whenever he wanted to get 3 to 5,000 people together, all he needed to do was snap a finger and 3 to 5,000 people together just like that. He was a powerful man.
Yeah. At that time, when you got out of jail, were you selling narcotics? Not in the beginning, when I first got out. Not in the beginning. What happened? I was going to school, Allstate. When did that end? 2016.
So that's what they got ARAB for. They got ARAB for basically showing his money and making money without showing how he was really making money. That sounds kind of confusing. Is that what they got him for?
Did you finish that schooling? No, I didn't finish. At some point, did you start selling narcotics for not OBH, but for a guy you know as Baby? Yeah. When was that? Into 15, beginning of 16. What kind of narcotics were you selling for Baby? Crack. Where were you selling it? Everywhere in the city. North Philly, Frankfurt.
Here's the thing with ARAB. He used to talk about things like this right here. Matter of fact, ARAB said one point in time, he said one point in time, he used to basically, how could I say it? But to make a long story short, ARAB was this type of person right here. He really was.
A little bit of South Philly. Did there come a time when you stopped selling for Baby and started selling for Abdul West? Yes. Let's talk about that. When does that start? Mid-2016, beginning of 2017.
Okay.
How do you approach Mr. West, or why do you approach Mr. West? I approached Mr. West because he had the product. When you say product...
Imagine that. ARAB was a man when he was on the streets. But I have to admit, they got him bad, down and out right now. He's hoping to get out on an appeal. He received 44 years for non-violent crimes. ARAB said, you know what? I didn't hurt anybody. You know what I mean. That's what he said.
What are you referring to? He had the coke.
Uh-oh.
How did you know that? Through sources.
Uh-oh.
How did you first approach Mr. West in hopes of
Through sources. He said ARAB had the coke. Through sources. Don't forget, these individuals from the streets, all they do is gossip. Imagine that. They tell everybody's business going on. And then when someone telling on them, they say, oh man, he's snitching. Imagine that. ARAB, they said he was he was the man to go see. That's what this man is saying right here. He's testifying against Arab. That's how Arab got that 40 years. This guy's testifying against what he used to do for Arab. Is it the truth, though? I mean, I don't know. But he was used against him for certain.
Seller for him. I had through a third party. Who is that? Dark Low.
Uh-oh.
Do you know what his real name is? Charles Selly.
Dark Low's name is Charles Selly. Imagine that. Imagine being locked in jail. He have a cellmate. His last name is Selly. Is that what he says, Selly, or something else? That'd be crazy. You have a Selly, and his last name is Selly? That's crazy.
2016. Where did you have to go? How did you meet up with him? Met him at the mansion. What's the mansion? A house on around Sydenham? How did you know to go there? That's where I was pointed to by
The
Dark Low.
mansion.
That's where everybody was chilling. That's where everybody was chilling, you say? Yeah. Describe the man.
That's why they got Arab. Arab used to talk about being in the mansion. Imagine that. Imagine sitting in a mansion and you're really not. You're just in a house. Unbelievable.
What does it look like? Just a regular house. Do you remember the first day you went to the mansion? Yeah. Tell me about it. Who was there? Everybody was there. How many people? Probably like
Chill
10
spot.
to 20 people. You said that OBH, it's a rap group.
But I'm still trying to figure that out, though. I mean, Arab said, come check me in the mansion. And you go check him in the mansion, come check me in the mansion, come see me at the mansion. And when you pull up to the mansion, it's just a little house. I mean, I have to admit, that's kind of crazy if you think about it, though. Imagine that. Come see me at the mansion. I mean, why didn't he just come see me at the little house? I know what it is. A mansion sounds better. That sounds better.
Also involved in criminal activity. Does any rapping happen at the mansion? Yeah. What is the mansion used for? Used for stashing drugs, chilling.
Uh-oh.
First time you went to the mansion, you said there were a lot of people there. Yeah. What were they doing? Smoking, playing games, and doing transactions? What do you mean by transactions? Drug transactions, money transactions.
Imagine that. Arab, they got him. It said Arab, he was a Muslim. He should have been praying, but instead of doing that, he was participating in doing nonsense in the mansion, even though it was just a little house. I'm still trying to figure out why I didn't just call it the little house. I know what it is. A mansion sounds better. Am I repeating myself? Come check me in the mansion. That's like deceiving somebody.
Ever see any kinds of weapons at the mansion? Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Tell me about that. Everybody had weapons on them.
Oh.
Everybody had weapons on them? Everybody.
Let me get this right. The mansion must not be a normal place. Everybody got... what kind of place is the mansion? Everybody got weapons on them. These individuals. All they know how to do is play around with weapons. That's it.
Can you explain that to the jury? How many people would be at the mansion at various times? It would be like numerous, like a lot of people, like 10, 15.
Okay.
And everybody be in there playing a game.
Okay.
Smoking, passing work off,
Okay.
coke, weed. When you first got to the mansion, were you provided with narcotics right away? No. Why not?
So that's what's going on ARAB right here. Check out part 2 of this video right here if you like part 1. And you're gonna have a much better idea about ARAB, how he was living his life, and how he's living his life right now to today's date. Not only that, believe it or not, I went out of my way to reach out to ARAB, try to get interview ARAB. If you don't believe me, in my next video, I'll show you my text message. I've been communicating with Ab. Imagine that. Because I want to see what ARAB is doing right now. I want to know how many push-ups he's doing every day, if any. Imagine that. Imagine A.R. Rab ain't doing no push-ups every day. He just sitting on his bed. I'm just talking. That's it. The next time, the story, the adventure of that man, A.R. Abdul.
There's some things in my past. Wish, I can turn back there at the time, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? Just caught up to me.
So sad for this artist right here, this rapper. Durk is a rapper from Chicago. But they say, you know what? He might have messed up. Might have, maybe not. But he's been accused of. Everyone should know he's been accused of by now. But is that it for Lil Durk?
Green light, go, 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 right? That's the other O Block linked up with PW1 and went to go slide on O Block. But because of the fact that the cops was out there,
They didn't
they
do nothing.
they ain't do nothing.
No, they're gonna use that to establish
For
that he's gonna
sure.
call a hit. He'll call
For
a shot.
sure. But that's only one that they allege. There's three others that they allege right now that he called the shots on.
Yeah,
Remember,
they're gonna show a pattern.
and
All they need is
for
one of them
sure,
dudes that was in Beverly Hills
for sure.
say some crazy shit. It's over with.
But they already got, remember, don't forget in the Beverly Hills situation, they already got the shooter in that situation. And this is something we broke down with Q.
It's fair to say Lil Durk is going to become the new modern day Larry Hoover, the new 2005 Larry Hoover. I'm not certain how long ago Larry Hoover went behind the bars. When was it? I believe it was back in the 70s. But believe it or not, I believe Larry Hoover, he's in the 70s right now. So it's fair to say Larry Hoover right now, this video is not about Larry Hoover, but I'm just saying. Larry Hoover's in the 70s right now. It's fair to say Larry Hoover is older than most individuals on earth. How many individuals are in their late 70s right now? Not too many. Most individuals are younger. So Lil Durk, he placed himself in a position where he's going to be like Larry Hoover in 40 years, let's say 50 years. Imagine that. Let's say 40. Let's say 30. Imagine, let's say 30. Let's say 35. 35.
Knew that the state clearly had some serious evidence, all right? They said they had gigabytes on gigabytes, thousands of pages of information. And we're slowly drip feeding little bits of that information. We're getting little bits of that information piece by piece. And it's looking bad, man.
That's crazy. They say it's looking bad for Lil Durk. They said right now they have Lil Durk supposedly, allegedly. Is that the truth? He's being mad at the individuals from O Block. This is what those people heard us saying. For not wanting to get revenge for what happened to King Von. Is that the truth? That doesn't make any, that just seems so crazy. Imagine that. Imagine somebody being mad at somebody else for not wanting that. That just sounds so crazy. I'm mad at you. You don't want to go to reverse. I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you, man. You don't want to get revenge. I'm mad at you. That doesn't seem to make any sense. The individual looked to you and said, what are you talking about? Why don't you go do it? Why don't you go do it? I'm mad at you too. Imagine both be mad at each other. I'm just talking, that's it. Let's get back to it, but is that the truth though? Seems as if they want to keep Lil Durk locked up for so long. Seems like they probably want him to become a new modern day Larry Hoover. There's a good possibility that could happen if he gets that life in the feds. I believe Larry Hoover was in the feds. He got out now. He's just in state. He's in state now. But he was in there for so long. He's like a folktale hero. Will Lil Durk become a folk tier hero in the future? There's a good possibility. But what happened as years go by, Lil Durk realized that whatever he was doing, it just wasn't the right way to go about doing things. He could be one of those individuals where, you know what? I don't learn from hearing other people's stories. I learn from personal experiences. Imagine that. You tell them, you know what? Don't touch the fire. The fire will burn you. So you know what? I mean, I want to see how hot it is. Imagine that. Is that what's going on, Lil Durk? You want to see how hot it is? I don't know, maybe. But he called himself an evil twin. Is that the truth? They said Lil Durk wanted to do something bad to those some individuals from O Block, where King Von was from, his favorite person. I don't know what's going on. I'm just talking about what I heard. Evil twins. Imagine that. Is there anything good about being evil? I don't know. I never thought that about that till right now. Evil twins. Evil twins. Either way, they said Lil Durk, there's a good chance that he might be this case, or there's a good chance that he might not. Either way, was it worth it? Was any of this thing worth it? Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West life. Imagine that. Imagine that Wild Wild West and that Wild Wild West life. They said Lil Durk is a good possibility that he probably wants to participate in that Wild Wild West. In that Wild Wild West life. But he didn't want to go on a duel. Imagine going on a duel. I'm going on a duel. He don't want to do that. They say he wanted to pay for things to get done for him. So sad, so unfortunate. They said money, if you don't know how to use it the right way, you could abuse it. And they said, what? I'm a money abuser? Imagine that. Imagine being a money abuser. I never thought about that until right now. I'm a money abuser. So that's what's going on. They say he might be a money abuser. Using some money to indulge in nothing but abusing people. Imagine that. I'm just talking. I'm just making it up. But Lil Durk, would he have to worry?
You know, I can turn back in the time, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? It just caught up to me, so it is what it is, man. We just gonna keep pushing, man.
It's so crazy because Lil Durk right now, he locked up Arabs and the feds at the same time. Imagine that. Arab, Lil Durk doing the fed signs right now together. Arab is some people's favorite rapper. Imagine that. Imagine Arab being your favorite rapper.
A table with a black suit on, indicating defendant Abdul West. What was Kazi's role in OBH? Honestly, he was just around. I don't know. How about someone you know as Meliano or OG? Do you know that person?
So this basically right here is a video about Arab when he was brought down. Somebody told on him. Somebody said, you know what? He was participating in a criminal lifestyle. Imagine participating in a criminal lifestyle and expect not to go to jail.
I don't know him. I've seen him a few times. Where did you see him? At the mansion? At the lounge? Where is the lounge? North Philly, 24th Street somewhere. How many times did you say you saw? Do you know what OGs or...
At the mansion The mansion is where they said Arab was basically where he was conducting all his illegal activities, illegal business at the mansion.
Donald's real name is? Jamal. Do you see him in the courtroom here today? Yeah. Do you mind identifying an article of clothing he's wearing? Light skin, brown suit. Indicating defendant Hickson. Did you know an individual?
As you can see, somebody decided to take the stand on Arab. They took the stand on Arab. In return, he got that 44 years.
By the name No Breaks Bras? Yeah. Do you know what his real name is? Han. Han? Yeah. Do you see him in the courtroom here today? Yeah. Do you want to tell the judge and the jury where he's sitting? He's sitting to the far right with the glasses on, white shirt.
Okay.
Indicating defendant Gadsden. You mentioned you see narcotics at the mansion. Can you tell us what you saw and what quantities and how often you'd see it there?
Imagine
I
that.
would see bricks of coke there, weed there. Do you know an individual by the name of...
Imagine that. He said he saw so much at the mansion, in the mansion. Don't forget, the mansion is just a spot where they said that Arab was just basically conducting most of his main operation. Imagine that. Imagine Arab conducting an operation. To be honest, he don't seem that smart to conduct operation to me. I'm just talking. That's it, though.
Yeah. What's his real name? I don't remember. What did you used to call him? What was his role in the organization? He sell clothes, sell weed. What kind of clothes would he sell? OBH clothing. Now, you said that you first started selling for Abdul West in 2016. Do you mind telling the jury how this worked? Did you have to pay for it? How much of it were you getting in the beginning?
Okay.
In the beginning, I would get fronted work. Get fronted like an ounce of coke. Sell that, knock that off, come back, hand Ab the money. If he ain't around, hand no break broad.
Unbelievable. Recap.
Hook back up with either or a lot of times no break bras if I can't get into contact with Abdul West. So when you say coke, are you referring to powder cocaine or crack cocaine? Crack. How much?
Recap. Don't forget, I said they got Arab for nothing violent. They just got him for committing sales of illegal substance. I mean, imagine that. Did Arab ever have a real job? Imagine going to Wendy's and seeing Arab at Wendy's. Arab said, what you want? What you want? Extra cheese on that burger? What you want? Imagine that.
Crack were you moving for Abdul West in, let's say, a week? Probably like 2 ounces. Every week since 2016? Yeah.
You go back around and say, Arab. I said I didn't want any ketchup on our burger. You think he'd get mad? Or you think he'll get you a brand new burger? I don't know. But they said Arab wasn't working. He was just participating in full-time criminal activities. And somebody went on the stand and they decided to tell on him. Did it tell him or did it just tell the truth? Imagine that. Imagine just telling the truth.
Would you get it? Would you just have to show up at the mansion? Were there rules involved in this? Yeah, I would call Abdul West and meet him at the mansion. If I couldn't get there to the mansion, I'll meet Bras at another location, the condos on 18th and Tioga.
Okay.
You would meet Bras at the condo at 18th and Tioga? Yeah. Did you ever call Bras directly to get crack cocaine? Yeah.
Unbelievable.
But the rules, not the rules. Did you have to call?
These individuals will tell anybody. I never forget. Don't forget these individuals, they telling their mother's story. They really will. Imagine telling your own mother. Don't forget they're telling themselves. Imagine that. If you're telling yourself, you're definitely telling your mother. Imagine that. You mess around telling grandma. Imagine telling grandma.
Abdul West first? All the time. Tell me why. It had to be ran through him first. If he
Okay.
wasn't around, he would send you to somebody else?
Arab's bad
No,
man.
he would send me to Bras. So you were moving 2 ounces a week. How many times would you say you got them from Abdul West as opposed to Hans Gadsden? How many times would West give you the crack cocaine as opposed to No Breaks Bras? Abdul West,
So this is how they was able to get Arab locked away for so long. For that 44 years, for so long. Don't forget, I told you before, I'm trying to get in contact with Arab right now. I did get in contact with him. I wanted to do an interview with him. He said, you know what? I ain't trying to do interviews right now. Imagine that. He said, I ain't trying to do interviews right now. I'm trying to get free. Imagine trying to get free.
give it to me whenever he was around. West would give it to you every time he was available? Yeah. Can you guess how many times you got it from Bras?
They say you can't trust individuals close to you. That's what Arab is saying. Arab is saying a lot of these individuals, these younger individuals in Philadelphia, they won't really understand that until they end up locked up like where he is. Imagine that. Imagine finally realizing once you finally get locked up. It's an unbelievable story, but it's really like that though.
I mean, I'm going to object, Judge. I don't think we're supposed to be guessing. Can you estimate? I don't think we're supposed to be estimating either. Do you object?
Okay.
Yes. Overruled.
Okay.
I would get the coke from Ab whenever I would call him, and he's available around the mansion on Sydenham Street. If he around, drive up there and get it from him. If he wasn't around, he would give it to Bras, and I'll meet Bras. I'm probably a block away from that area. Which
Have to admit, I used to hear Arab rapping about things like that. As I said, I thought he was just rapping just to rap. Don't forget, once you rap, you can rap about whatever you want to rap about. Could be whatever, but imagine rapping about what you're really doing. Imagine that. They said Arab was really that guy.
yeah, the condos or the mansion? The mansion. So from 2016, you're selling 2 ounces of crack cocaine for Abdul West, and you get it from either him or Bras? Yeah.
Don't forget, I'll never forget that this Arab situation and Rod Diggs situation sound so similar. The only difference is they got Rod Diggs and that A Diggs. He ain't never, ever coming out. At least Arab is gonna come out 44 years. Imagine that. He turned to the left, he turned to the right. He said, oh goodness, 44 years went by that fast. I'm only 85 years old. That's it.
Where would you said before that you got it fronted. Just tell the jury what you mean. What does it mean to be fronted narcotics?
Unbelievable.
A front is, I'll give you this, and when you're done, bring it back. You know,
Okay,
bring the money back
bring it
when
back.
you're done the product.
Bring it back.
So you'd get the narcotics for free. Your job was to sell and bring back money? Right.
Poor people. Arab, they said, was associate himself with poor people. He had to give them things on consignment, front them, whatever it may be. Doesn't matter. Either way, they got Arab right now. They say he got him the right way, the right way. Even though he was a Muslim, he's supposed to be praying 5 times a day. But instead of doing that, they said Arab was moving them things 7, 8 times a day. Imagine that. I'm not gonna say 5. Could have been. Imagine that. Instead of praying, they said Arab was doing his thing till next time. They say crime don't pay, but I see him do it though. If you like this video, check out part 4 of this video.